Hey guys, welcome back to The Drop. I'm Tahir Moore.
And I'm Meg Scoop, and unfortunately it's happened again. Another black man in America gets killed by the cops, and it seems like it's very unjust. Early Tuesday morning in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a 37-year-old man named Alton Sterling was actually selling some bootleg CDs in front of a convenience store. Now, bootleg CDs are illegal, yes, but you should go to a court of law and you should get your day in court for that. However, someone allegedly called the cops and said he was selling these CDs out there and he was showing his gun. He was brandishing his gun to people. So the police come, and as you can see in the video, they put him on the ground. They
throw him on the hood of the car.
Yes, they
wrap him to the ground.
They say that he has a gun and then they shoot him.
Let's take it from the beginning. Louisiana is a conceal and carry law. So if you have your license, you can carry your gun.
Right.
Unfortunately, Alton was a convicted felon, so he should not have had his gun with him.
Okay, so true. Let's say if he does have this gun, when the police officers arrived on the scene, they didn't know who the man was. So it's not like they could have looked him up and go, oh, he's a felon, he shouldn't have this weapon.
Right.
Apparently, he didn't even have the gun out. And this is according to the convenience store owner, who was friends with Alton and has allowed him to sell these bootleg CDs in front of his convenience store for 6 years. So he knows the man. He said he had just joked with him. He came inside, he went out. Alton goes back outside, and that's when the police come and approach him and do this to him. Absolutely.
Another unfortunate thing about this case is that Louisiana just passed a Blue Lives Matter law, which is like the first of its kind in Louisiana, or actually in the US, which protects the police legally under a hate crime law.
Right, and so it's gonna be even harder to convict police officers for shooting and killing people that they think pose a threat.
This is gonna be the wild, wild west for the cops down there. They just can do whatever the hell they want to with no consequences. And it's ridiculous.
All right, and it's really sad because this year alone, Alton Sterling is the 558th person to be killed by police in the US.
Let that sink in for a second.
558. Oh, it's just July. Beginning of July.
This is just now getting hot, guys.
And I'll be very honest with you, I'm very scared to have a black son in America because statistics show that black teens are 21 times more likely than white teens to be shot and killed by police, and that's from 2010 to 2012.
You know, I want to give a shout out to all the outlets that are covering this story. Immediately hopped on it. Definitely want to give a shout out to Hot 97's Ebro in the Morning. Rosenberg had a caller on, I believe it was a police officer, and he really laid into this officer and gave his thoughts on the situation. And I think he was just screaming facts.
This is the problem I have with cops. I have to say this. This is the problem I have with police officers, and no disrespect to you. Y'all don't ever want to point at someone else and say, you can't do your job well. I can tell you right now, if I heard a radio personality get on the air and do something irresponsible, I'd go, that's a bad radio personality. He does a bad job. Police officers never want to say when y'all do a bad job. So and that's the reason the public thinks all of you are bad. Because you won't ever call someone out and say they murdered someone in cold blood.
All right, guys, and before we get out of here, instead of asking what can you do, we are asking what will you do to fix this problem of death by police in our country? Put it in the comments below.
And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to All Deaf Digital. I'm Meg Scoop.
And I'm Tahir Moore. We'll see you tomorrow on The Drop.